Hi, my name's Melissa. This is Annie.
And this is our service dog, Norman, and we're with A World of Hurt.
Let me tell you what we're doing today. We are talking about the 6 courses that we offer. Annie, tell them about the first course.
I'd love to tell you about the first course, the Overview course, a guide to classifying pain, where we get to the nitty-gritty. We get to where they hurt pathoanatomically, but more importantly, why they hurt with pain mechanisms. We talk about the entire nervous system, from peripheral and the moves we do, to central and the words we speak, to the autonomic and the foods we choose.
But we know the most important question oftentimes is, do we focus on pain treatment or pain management, and how do we know?
It's where you are in the continuum. When you're dealing with nociception, pain treatment is important. It's the specificity of exercise. Are we talking about inflammation and our goal to abolish symptoms and using directional preference, or are we talking about ischemia? And we got to actually create pain to get over pain. And we got to remodel the tissues and the functions of the musculoskeletal system. Melissa, tell us about the nerve course.
How many clinicians out there have persons on their schedule with nerve pain? But what do? How do you figure out what's going on with the nerve? The question always is the nerve trapped somewhere in the spine or the joint or the muscle? Or is the nerve tight along its pathway and it needs to be stretched back to its elasticity? Or is it not trapped or tight? Is it sensitive?
I love how she introduces the concept of sensitivity in the peripheral nervous system, because that's the transition to the central nervous system in the 2-day course dedicated to the brain and how the brain protects. We have 3 ways it can protect. With central sensitivity, it can overprotect. We got to get that video camera out to teach people when it's safe to move versus the effective mechanism, and we've got to look at how people are coping. And this is where we got to get the worry dolls out, and we got to hope and help them cast their care versus when they're actually hurting, and we become superhuman, because now we're looking at the motor autonomic mechanism when the brain actually loses recognition of the body. And we have very specific exercises for each one of these protective mechanisms. And treating the nervous system is about how we help heal. But Melissa, how do we put this approach within the patient that suffers a neurological impairment?
It is so important when you have someone who has neurological impairment. It's much more than just about their function. We have to treat the person as a whole person. Oftentimes, persons who have had neurological impairments have pain and spasticity. The question always is that spasticity and pain dominated by the peripheral nervous system versus the central nervous system, or maybe a little bit of both? And how do you know?
You know, because you're leaving either the immune system and starting to deal with the nervous system, and you're starting to understand foods and where that fits in. Treating the nervous system is about words and moves, but treating the immune system is about foods. It's not always about what you eat. Sometimes it's about when you eat.
It sure is. And now that you've had a chance to hear about all 6 courses, we hope to see you at an upcoming course. Please follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's World of Hurt 2. Annie, tell them why it's 2.
Oh, 2. Because it's a partnership. In this day and age, in helping people recover from persistent symptoms and suffering, it's a partnership. It's about me and you. Hope to see you at a World of Hurt course real soon.